Good morning, and it is Christmas, and I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas. As I said, I'm keeping these short because it is Christmas time, and I hope you're enjoying them still. Probably enjoying them better because they're short. And I'm just going to read this first, and then I've got a comment or two. He rose from the grave to become the first fruits of them that slept. 1 Corinthians 15, verse 20. As risen Lord, so this is talking about after he is risen from the grave, he visited among those he loved in life. So touching on that he had that experience that we talked about in section 138. He also ministered among his other sheep in ancient America, and of course we talk about that in the Book of Mormon. Now in the modern world, so now we're leaving that time period just after his death to now in the modern world, he and his father appeared to the boy Joseph, ushering in the long-promised dispensation of the fullness of times. It's not Joseph Smith's dispensation, it's the dispensation of the fullness of times, and it was ushered in by Jesus Christ and Heavenly Father. Of the living Christ, the prophet Joseph wrote, his eyes were as flame of fire. The hair of his head was white like pure snow. His countenance shone above the brightness of the sun, and his voice was the sound of rushing waters, even the voice of Jehovah, saying, I am the first and the last. I am he who liveth. I am he who was slain. I am your advocate with the Father. And of course, this is Doctrine and Covenants 110, 3 and 4. That's 3 verses today, but I will follow up with that next time. So we've got a description there, and it's more of a description about not exactly everything, how he looked, but how hard it must have been to describe such a wonder. Brightness of the sun, rushing great waters, all of this. Flame of fire, eyes flame of fire. It'd be really hard to make that. But anyway, one of the things I wanted to point out was one of my favorite hymns. We sung it as a choir at our church on Sunday, and it's What Child Is This? And the wonderful thing about that is that it goes through his birth, even though it's all about his birth. What child is this? He laid to rest. And each verse touches on his birth. It actually talks about his birth. The second verse talks about his life. And the third verse talks about his death, tying them all in to this one event that we now celebrate at Christmas time. And I think that's a really great thing and a wonderful thing to think about this living Christ. And he started his mortal life in a manger, and I hope we can celebrate it today in a wonderful way and think about how he affects our lives every day. And I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, and we'll see you tomorrow.